Cryptocurrency.
Value of the cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrencies took a massive tumble.
We're a follower of cryptocurrency.
In the digital age, few technologies have captured the imagination and sparked innovation quite like blockchain. It's more than just a buzzword or a passing trend. Blockchain represents a profound shift in how we think about storing data, securing transactions, and building trust in a world where intermediaries have long played a central role. As we continue to explore its potential, blockchain is revealing itself to be a decentralized revolution with the power to reshape industries and challenge traditional systems. But what is it that makes blockchain so unique? Today, we're going to take an in-depth look at the fundamentals of blockchain technology and explore the ways in which this innovation is transforming the digital world. At its core, blockchain is a decentralized, distributed ledger technology, a type of digital record-keeping system that operates without the need for a central authority or trusted intermediary. Think of it as a digital notebook, where every transaction or piece of data is recorded in a secure, verifiable, and transparent manner. What sets blockchain apart from traditional databases is the way information is stored and maintained. Instead of relying on a single, centralized server, blockchain distributes data across a network of computers, called nodes, that work together to verify and validate every entry. This creates a tamper-resistant system where once data is recorded, it becomes virtually immutable. The structure of blockchain is designed to ensure that data remains secure and verifiable. Every transaction that occurs on the blockchain is grouped into a block, and these blocks are connected in a chronological sequence, forming a continuous chain of records, hence the name blockchain. Each block contains two essential parts, the header and the body. The header includes metadata, such as a timestamp, the unique identifier or hash of the previous block, and other information that helps to verify the block's authenticity. The body, on the other hand, contains the actual transaction data, whether that's a record of cryptocurrency transfers, smart contracts, or other digital assets. This two-part structure ensures that every block is linked to the one before it, creating a permanent, unchangeable history of transactions that cannot be altered or tampered with once added to the chain. The magic of blockchain lies in its decentralized nature. Instead of relying on a central authority to maintain and update the ledger, blockchain utilizes a network of nodes, independent computers scattered across the globe, that each hold a complete copy of the blockchain. This decentralized architecture not only enhances the security and reliability of the network, but also eliminates the need for a single point of control or failure. In a traditional system, if the central authority or database is compromised, the entire system is at risk. But with blockchain, the distributed network of nodes ensures that the system remains resilient, even in the face of attacks or failures. But how do all of these nodes agree on what gets added to the blockchain? This is where consensus mechanisms come into play. Consensus mechanisms are protocols that help nodes reach an agreement on the state of the blockchain and ensure that every transaction is legitimate. One of the most well-known consensus mechanisms is proof of work, or POW. In POW, nodes known as miners compete to solve complex cryptographic puzzles. The first miner to solve the puzzle earns the right to add the next block to the blockchain and is rewarded with cryptocurrency for their efforts. This process requires a significant amount of computational power, making POW highly secure, but also energy intensive. An alternative consensus mechanism is proof of stake, or POS. In POS, validators are chosen to create new blocks based on the number of coins they hold and are willing to stake as collateral. Unlike POW, POS doesn't require miners to compete using computational power, making it a more energy-efficient and faster alternative. POS encourages validators to act in the network's best interest, as they risk losing their staked coins if they try to manipulate the system. A further variation on the consensus theme is delegated proof of stake, or DPoS, which takes the concept of staking to the next level. In DPoS, participants in the network elect a small group of delegates to validate transactions and create new blocks on their behalf. This method is even more efficient than POS, as it streamlines the validation process by limiting the number of participants who actively take part in the consensus process. However, DPoS also places greater responsibility on the elected delegates, who must act in the best interest of the network to maintain their positions. Blockchain's utility doesn't end with secure transactions and decentralized record-keeping. One of the most powerful applications of blockchain technology is its ability to support smart contracts. A smart contract is a self-executing agreement with the terms of the contract written directly into code. These contracts automatically execute when certain predefined conditions are met, without the need for intermediaries like lawyers or notaries to oversee the process. For example, a smart contract could be programmed to release payment automatically when a product is delivered, ensuring that both parties uphold their end of the bargain. This automation eliminates the need for middlemen, reduces the potential for disputes, and enhances trust between participants. The concept of smart contracts serves as the foundation for a wide range of decentralized applications, or dApps. These applications leverage blockchain technology to offer users new ways of interacting with digital services, from decentralized finance (DeFi) platforms to gaming and social media networks. Unlike traditional applications, which are controlled by a central authority, dApps operate on blockchain networks and are governed by code, making them more transparent, secure, and resistant to censorship. In the world of DeFi, for example, dApps enable users to lend, borrow, and trade assets directly with one another, bypassing traditional financial institutions and empowering individuals with greater control over their own wealth. So, why is blockchain so valuable? First and foremost, its transparency. Every transaction that occurs on the blockchain is visible to the entire network, creating a level of transparency that builds trust and accountability. In a world where fraud and corruption are rampant, blockchain's transparency makes it nearly impossible for bad actors to manipulate the system without being detected. This openness is particularly valuable in industries like supply chain management, where stakeholders can track the movement of goods and verify their authenticity at every stage of the process. Second, blockchain security is unparalleled. The cryptographic protocols used in blockchain ensure that once data is recorded, it cannot be altered or deleted. This immutability protects the integrity of the data and ensures that records remain accurate and trustworthy over time. In industries like healthcare and finance, where data security is paramount, blockchain's ability to safeguard sensitive information is a game changer. Blockchain also offers significant economic benefits by reducing costs. Traditional systems often rely on intermediaries, such as banks, payment processors, and legal institutions, to facilitate transactions and ensure trust between parties. These intermediaries add complexity, increase transaction costs, and slow down processes. Blockchain eliminates the need for these middlemen, allowing for peer-to-peer transactions and smart contracts to automate and streamline processes. This reduction in friction not only lowers costs, but also speeds up transactions and opens new possibilities for innovation. In addition to reducing costs, blockchain's accessibility has the potential to drive financial inclusion on a global scale. In many parts of the world, traditional banking services are limited or inaccessible, leaving millions of people without access to basic financial tools. Blockchain's decentralized nature allows anyone with an internet connection to participate in the global economy, offering new opportunities for individuals and businesses in underdeveloped regions to access financial services, secure funding, and build wealth. Blockchain is more than just a technology. As industries continue to adopt and integrate blockchain, we're only beginning to scratch the surface of its potential. Understanding the fundamentals of this groundbreaking technology is the first step toward unlocking its full potential. The question is, how will you use blockchain to shape the future?